covering, I guess officially a PLE. I don't know if that's what it counts as, but Saturday night's main event on NBC, and for us Canadians, live on YouTube, which is really
Yep.
nice, right? Sitting here with my partner Matthew Barnaby. My name's Handsome Nick Hanlon. How you doing today, Matt?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I was sick last week. I'm feeling much better now. Getting ready to get into the last week of really good wrestling shows. It's
Hmm.
going to culminate in the Royal Rumble next week. I'm very excited.
My favorite event, the
Yeah?
Royal Rumble. I love it. I mean, WrestleMania, those are tied. I mean, they're both great, but Royal Rumble never disappoints. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Saturday Night Main Event. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Spoiler alert. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Let us know why I'm right, why he's wrong, or let me know why I'm wrong so I can tell you why you're wrong. You know how it all goes. Either way, let's get into it. $1 million man, Ted DiBiase pulling up in a nice 1978 purple Cadillac
Yeah.
limousine. He's got the $1 million belt, just doing that thing, taking a little break from welfare fraud to sit in the audience.
Wow. That was his kid. He's taking a break from being an accessory to his child who no, that alleged I don't want to get sued.
I think he was
Ted
involved.
DiBiase has nothing to do with it. Although it's crazy that laugh has not changed in 35 years. He's
He's got the
still
laugh down.
he could be 86, frail. Oh, I used to rap. Like he
His
just
last
busts it
words will be
out.
that laugh.
Yeah.
Um, the old school intro to Saturday Night's Main Event. This was a better one. I loved it,
Yeah.
where they're like, Saturday Night Live will not be shown because it was a replacement for Saturday Night Live on their off
Right.
nights.
Yeah.
A funny
Yeah. I thought
little
it was really interesting.
and
They even
funny
had
thing
the.
is,
Sorry, go ahead.
you go.
I was gonna say they even had, speaking of the old school, they even had the old school mic drop down
Yeah.
from that. For some reason, there was two of them, but whatever.
Well, that's how
But
they
they even
always
had
work,
the
I think.
the two. Well, usually it just drops on the string with the one
Was it one?
coming down.
Okay.
But they even had the old school microphone drop.
Yeah, with good old Lillian Garcia taking the reins. Good to see her back. I do miss what's her name? What was her name again?
Samantha Irvin
Samantha Irvin was awesome,
or
but
Irwin. There we go.
she's off doing musical numbers or something. I don't really know. Jesse Ventura, um, given the governor of Texas shit for not being able to handle snow, hilarious.
Yeah, I love Jesse. It's so good to see him back.
Also wearing a Public Enemy hat, fight the
Yeah.
power, love it, and a borderline racist jacket.
Hmm, hmm.
Anyway, let's move on.
Don't tread on me. All right. Yeah. So we open up with Nia Jax and Rhea to open it up, and Lillian Garcia didn't even get to finish the announcements because
Yeah,
Nia Jax just headbutts Rhea before before it's all finished and said and done.
I want to
Um,
start the match right now. First of all, how about Pat McAfee's jacket? Did you remember what it was? Half
no.
gold, half not
Oh
gold.
yeah.
That thing was crazy, dude. That thing was nuts.
Uh,
And Rhea Ripley coming down in her spiky outfit, she's looking like a
oh, it was a
champ.
great jacket in the show, or whatever the
She
thing over top was. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
looking amazing. Um, Nia's looking like a large grape. Either way, um, but yeah, like you said, she gets the first strike, takes control with a crazy headbutt.
She was winning the power game for the most part. For the most part of that, in a spot where, and you shouldn't be surprised because Nia's so big and very strong, can't take that away from her. But Rhea's usually the one playing the power game, and
Hmm.
she was just getting tossed around left and right.
Yeah, I mean, Nia Jax was showing her power. Every single move was like a finishing move. It was a relatively short match, but that's because every move was just a power. Every move by
Yeah,
both sides. I mean, Nia Jax somehow dropped Ripley off the top rope or off the middle rope. Holy crap! I thought the
yeah,
ring was gonna explode.
yeah.
Um, Match just starts heavy.
Yeah. Now I did really like Rhea pulling off a code red. So that's almost like a flip power bomb that she did to Nia. I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah, I am surprised she got that rotation in. And
Yeah,
it was with a reversal too. Nia was gonna power bomb her.
yeah,
And she reversed it into that code red.
yeah.
Nuts. I mean, these women are hitting hard, and we got the two probably most powerful women in wrestling in the same ring right now.
I mean, they're tough as hell, and you have to be because Rhea took an annihilator to the back. I thought it was over. I thought it was done.
Or maybe when she took the leg drop off the second rope.
Right?
How often do you see Nia Jax do that? That was
Yeah.
crazy.
She's stepped up her game. We talked about it in the last show. Nia Jax has really stepped it up. I can't stand her, but I
Can't stand ya.
I can't stand her a little less lately. She's definitely been introducing some new moves and things that she's doing in the ring. I think she stepped up her game.
Yeah, I mean she missed that one annihilator, but then she hit the one on her back. I was just assuming Rhea's crippled now. Well, that's the end of her career.
Yeah, you'd think so. But Rhea pulls it out.
Rhea hits an electric chair. Riptide wins the belt. Electric chair on Nia Jax. That's like you doing it to me.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, no, Rhea retains and gets to be a champ for a little longer.
But Nia Jax is in the Royal Rumble. That's all I gotta say.
She is, and that's a force to be reckoned with. No, not one single person's tossing her over the top rope anytime soon.
And now we got the first Intercontinental Title match on Saturday night's main event since 1992. Shawn Michaels versus the British Bulldog. Shawn Michaels won. We got Bron Breakker versus
Bron Breakker.
Sheamus.
I love it. It's coming down to the ring, all right, and we had the pleasure of Jesse Ventura commentating for us.
He's on the mic. He's sounding good. Sounds like he knows people's names now. That's good.
He knows their names. He knows some history because he's a Steiner. So 2 + 2 is 5. For those who aren't aware of the Steiner math promo, Google that, YouTube that. It is hilarious. And even Pat followed it up with, there's a 33% chance one of us is right. Like they really leaned into the Scott Steiner math promo that Bron Breakker's uncle did back in WCW. Was hilarious.
The best. Bron Breakker running those ropes at 23 miles an hour, they're saying?
Silly.
Is he the biggest fast guy ever? Is there anybody faster than him at that size?
The only person I would say who would come close is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's very fast. Yeah, for the size of him.
Very fast for a heavyweight. But apparently,
those two guys in the ring.
Apparently, Bron Breakker is, it holds some sort of a record for being that fast. And he is. He's quick. He's athletic. He's agile. But he's cut. He's a future star in this business and a future champion. I'm sure of it. Like world champion.
Did you see Sheamus throw him into a pile of chairs like a lawn dart?
Yeah. That was great. I thought it was going to drop him on the railing, and he just tosses him right over. They just beat the tar out of each other, for sure.
Move of the night, though. Braun hitting that spear with Sheamus coming off those stairs.
The midair spear looked so nasty.
They were trying to hurt each other.
Oh, for sure. But, Bron Breakker's smart guy, taking advantage of those bad ribs, hits another spear, and 1, 2, 3. Bron Breakker retains his IC belt, and
he wins the
Sheamus...
match. But how about the ghost 3 count that Jesse Ventura brings up? The ref counted 3.
So the bro kick gets a 3 count.
I'm not sure if the hand hit the mat, but
I'm not sure either. And
Jesse says it did.
Bron Breakker's foot goes on the ropes. So I mean, do they run it back again for like the 3rd or 4th time? I don't know. Sheamus is really fighting. Excuse me.
Jesse says the hand hit the mat. He's a Navy SEAL.
It's hard to argue with Jesse Ventura. It's hard to argue with him.
You can't just pretend, just like he says to Pat, if a call happens on the field, Pat, they don't run it back. It's the call. Pat was very intimidated, I found.
Yes, I will agree with that. It will. I mean, I don't know. if that's enough for Sheamus to get another match out of it, because he's really going for that IC belt, the one belt he hasn't gotten. So
I think he deserves another one. If they got another angle from the other side, he
yep,
should have won it.
yep, yep.
Just
So
saying.
it'd be interesting to see if they say anything about it on Raw on Monday. So
Why the hell are they doing contract signings on Saturday night's main event? What is going on?
I mean, contract signings are what they are, right? So, HBK comes out, and they're in
To
San
loud
Antonio,
applause.
Texas, man. That's where he's from. So the crowd was loving him, and that brings out obviously KO and Cody.
Okay.
I think Cody took exception to what Cody was saying earlier about how he takes the easy way out.
He did not like it. How about his shirt?
So what shirt was he wearing?
Cody sucks eggs.
Cody sucks eggs, which on sale at the WWE shop right now. So
that was a Dusty sucks eggs Terry Funk wore.
What was that? What it was?
Terry Funk. That's an homage to Terry Funk. Dusty. That's Terry Funk.
Of course it is. KO knows his history so well. It's crazy.
And the stare down between these two.
Oh,
you could cut. It cuts like a knife. Right.
There was a lot of tension there. One thing I will say again, Kevin Owens wasn't wrong when he was defending that he doesn't take the easy way out, because Bash at Berlin the previous year, right? Cody's first title defense, he gave it to KO as a friendship thing. It's like, I want to fight you, and KO or Cody had a bad knee at that point, and KO could have taken him out at the knee, could have done it, but decided not to. So,
wow. Who's the bad guy in this situation? Interesting what you're saying. All right.
So like I said, I didn't want to admit it, but that he wasn't wrong there. He wasn't wrong there.
Interesting.
But he's KO's been pushing so many buttons. Cody's just had enough.
Interesting.
And I think last week or our previous show, you mentioned Cody overlooking KO, and I said, well, no, he called him a genius and he gave him his flowers or whatever. But Saturday Night Main Event, he was totally overlooking KO, saying he just wants to focus on his title defense at Mania, which is still like 4 months away, right? So KO definitely took exception to that, right? So he's going to take everything from Cody: the bust, the posters, the fancy suits.
Now, Shawn Michaels, of course, has to chime in saying KO sounds jealous.
Yeah.
Man, Shawn Michaels really hates Montreal, eh? Really? What just happened?
Something just happened. You lose. There you go. That was weird.
Okay. He really hates Montreal. Come on. Leave Montreal alone. They got good smoked meat sandwiches.
They do. They really do.
Schwartz's.
Well, on the upside, HBK managed to get the signatures from both of them for the contract.
Yeah, he kicks Kevin Owens for no reason because he hates Montreal.
KO antagonizing him a little bit, saying how he's always been around. He's never left when things got tough. He's never lost his smile. It's a dig at Shawn Michaels there. But you know what? It didn't have to go that way, right? Shawn Michaels tried to shake his hand. KO wouldn't do it. Gives Cody a little sneaky punch, and then tries to package pile drive HBK. What is that? For no reason. No reason for that.
Killer.
No reason for that.
Shawn Michaels stole that from him.
Eats a sweet chin music for his troubles and his efforts, which I think
good. Shawn was looking sweaty.
Good.
Shawn was looking sweaty, but he hit that sweet chin music. I don't know if he could do too many of those. He's pretty bull-legged now, huh? Is he riding a lot of horses?
It's a lot of bull riding going on the way he's walking. Yeah,
knees are like coming in like this. All right, well,
that's given 35 years to the business walk is what that is.
That's true. We do that now. We have two legitimate titles hanging from the roof.
Exciting. I wonder, shame the Royal Rumble's not in that same building. They're gonna have to take them down again. It's very, very ceremonial of putting those up above the ring because they're moving towns. So.
But now, whoever wins this, do they carry both belts?
Yeah, good question. Can one person get one belt and the other person get the other belt? Then I don't know.
Is it like the tag team ladder match at WrestleMania 40?
It's going to be interesting.
They're going to be hung on two different things.
Yeah, I don't know. I what I do know is I'm interested in this match and I can't wait. It's going to be a really good one. Kevin Owens in ladder matches never disappoints.
Braun Strowman, Fatu.
Monster versus werewolf.
And you really see Strowman's size in that first few moves when he's just knocking Fatu down like a child.
Just beating the hell out of each other.
I mean, Braun Strowman's arms are 6 inches bigger than Fatu, and Fatu is huge.
Yeah. Braun's just on another level. They don't make him that size very often, dude. They don't. But with all the throwing him around, man, Fatu is a beast. He is a beast and not someone to mess with, right?
Yeah, there was a few good moves. Strowman threw Fatu over the table, and then he tried to run around the ring and do a third, like, what do you call it, the train hit or whatever he calls it.
Yeah.
Fatu. Samoa drops him on the table. We had some good moves in there, but I think what should be talked about is the end of that match. Him busted him like 10 times in a row.
It's like 6 or 7 hip attacks where he runs into him with his hip in a row.
Just devastating. Braun's bleeding from the face.
Yeah. Ref tries to stop him. Yeah. Fatu tosses the ref. Like that's a DQ. That's a DQ right there.
Oh, man. Just like a little child.
But Fatu wasn't done. Goes to grab a chair. And, yeah, they pan back, and there's Braun. Just blood coming out of his mouth. It's on his eyes, his face, up his nose. Oh, man. Looked nasty.
Fatu throwing that chair at the referee there, trying to stop him.
Yeah, the ref. Yeah, one of the security guards comes out. He just murks him with a chair.
Is it me or is this the plan altogether? Was he looking for a win? He was looking for destruction. He was looking to make a stamp. He was looking to show everybody in that back what they're up against.
A man that unhinged is not just looking for a 1-2-3 pin in a situation like that. All right. Do you hear Pat? Tase him. Trank him.
Yeah, trank him. That was funny. Trank him, and, Tonga's trying to, like, stop him, and then he hits, like, 3
moonsaults.
Bomb, or moonsaults in a row.
Moonsaults. Yeah, jump up
through
moonsaults.
Crowds. People are just diving out of the way.
So what I thought was interesting, because, I mean, of course, this is just, you keep using the word, but absolutely despicable actions by Fatu, right? This is borderline assault, right? The match was over. The match was done. Braun is obviously screwed up and in pain and injured and bleeding, and Fatu just can't stop. He sent a message tonight. He sent a message.
And Braun Strowman got in that ring. Okay.
He
and Braun Strowman would have done the same thing to him. He didn't have the opportunity. Fatu might have lost the match, but he won that war, and I don't think Braun Strowman's going to be the same after this.
That was excessive, is what that was. I mean, I will admit, Jacob Fatu has an aura about him. There is something very special about him. Okay. To the point where Braun Strowman, people love Braun Strowman. He just got out of a great feud with Bronson Reed. Right, where they just beat the crap out of each other for weeks at a time. Amazing. Some of Braun Strowman's best work, in my opinion. Yeah. And yet, at the end of all that, people are chanting for Fatu. That's crazy.
That was nuts that the audience was chanting for him. Finally, the crowd is seeing some reason and chanting for the right man. You're right. Finally. They were chanting his name to destroy Strowman. This harkens back to... when DX destroyed Chainsaw Charlie and Mick Foley as Cactus Jack, and Mick Foley had that promo the next night, not so happy about people cheering DX's name while they got beat up. I wonder how Strowman feels right now.
Yeah, that was nuts to me. It also kind of felt, and I'm not going to put him in this category just yet. But that was very Stone Cold, right? Very Stone Cold, where he just doesn't care,
Do what
goes
you
out
want.
there, hurts
People love you.
people. Yeah, exactly. So very interesting. We'll see how that progresses because, I did not see that coming.
No.
That was nasty and best wishes to Braun Strowman in a speedy recovery because that was nasty.
He's out for a bit. It's like Hogan Rock. You know, Hulk Hogan was doing eye pokes and they're cheering Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
People
back
cheer
rake.
the true heroes. It's just the way it is.
Like
Hogan,
I said,
with his integrity and his honesty, of course they cheered him.
Some just like they did on the debut of Raw. Anyways,
Boo Earns.
Boo Earns.
They have a weird accent in California.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
I'd like to see where this goes from here because, like I said, there's something special about Fatu. We'll see what happens.
We got Guntar. We got Jey Uso.
Main event for the night: Gunther versus Jey Uso.
And there's a nice little statistic, and Michael Cole hurting his hip, all that stuff. For 4 years and 251 days, Gunther has held a title.
Wow.
One of the titles.
Wow.
That's 80% of his career in WWE. Whether it was the UK title, NXT,
right,
Intercontinental title, World title now. 80% of this man's career, he has had a belt around his waist.
Wow, that's a crazy stat.
Even with injuries and time off, if he's had injuries and time off, I don't know. That is an insane dominance. Dogs, go lay down.
Well, they just slapped the hell out of each other for like 20 minutes. It was brutal.
I mean, honestly, for the first 75% of the match, Gunther had an answer for everything Jey did.
True, absolutely true. Gunther was the one doing 90% of the slapping.
Yeah.
For sure. I got real excited there for a minute, right? Because he gets his Uso splash and a spear, and I thought for sure, we were going to see a title change. I got so excited.
There at the end, his little spurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was so good.
There were some spots there where I was like, oh no, the greatest of all time is going to lose. But he didn't because he's the greatest of all time.
He did not. He managed to whip out a couple of power bombs at the end to get the pin for 3.
And he pinned it like he meant it.
That's what, like Jey Uso's like 4th title match that he's lost now. So I don't know where he goes from here. He's got every ability. He's got every ability. He's just not able to pull the trigger on the big night. So
he's got to get some training. Maybe he's got to figure out who Gunther's trainer is. Maybe he's got to get rid of the Flash and the Yeats and stop focusing on the children and the families and focus on winning and getting belts on your waist and making money instead of being, I got to go save Cody. I got to go save Sammy. I got to go save my Baba Roman.
Well, we'll see, man.
Stretching himself thin.
But it's what makes Jey such a likable guy, and he's got this high energy. He's very likable. I feel bad he came up short again, but difficult to be surprised when you're fighting Gunther.
Saturday main event. Okay, do you have a speaker on in your room?
Nope.
Why I can hear myself? Maybe it's because I'm yelling. Saturday night main event. What do you think? Exciting? It was pretty good.
It was good. It was good. It was short.
Get rid of that contract signing, for Christ's sake. Get that on Raw.
Nothing happened that made it must-see TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? It almost felt like, a televised house show, almost. Right? Nothing too crazy outside of the Fatu Strowman, which stole the night for me. That was the craziest thing for me to see. So I would say it was like the best segment, the best match. I don't know of the show.
Rhea Ripley match was pretty good.
It was very good, but the thing that stuck in my mind the most was Jacob Fatu.
Oh, that's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday winning the Royal Rumble.
It didn't feel like a must see show. I don't know if that's going to change in the future with their Saturday night main events, but it flowed nicely, and I'm not mad. It was a good amount of matches, good time for each of the matches. But I feel like they're missing that something special to put Saturday Night Main Event into that upper echelon, that next gear of shows. So we'll see.
Well, it was no Hulk Hogan losing the title and finding out Earl Hebner as a twin. That's for sure. I mean, that's the biggest moment in Saturday Night Main Event history.
1980 what?
80. It was 89 or 90, I think. Because it was right after, it was months after WrestleMania 3, just before WrestleMania 4. Because at WrestleMania 4, they did that tournament for the championship where Macho Man wins.
Right.
It was the first 4-hour WrestleMania. Now they're 2 days. Right?
Crazy.
And Andre the Giant rematch against Hogan again. They got disqualified. One-man gang gets a bye, fights Macho Man. And then $1 Million Man beats One Man Gang. And then it was Macho Man against One Man Gang. Good times. I want to watch that one again.
Just that ready to go, huh?
That was one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time because it was a tournament. All right. Well, hey, Saturday Night Main Event wrapped up. We're going to have obviously more of these. Are they happening every quarter, I wonder?
I'm not sure. I don't know when they have the next one. So that's okay. I don't need more shows right now. We got a bunch more to cover and little time to do it in. So
it'll be
Raw
coming up.
It's exciting.
SmackDown coming up. We got a Royal Rumble coming up. Like and subscribe. There's going to be lots of drops and lots of opinions. But make sure you like and subscribe so you know when we're dropping. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is how wrestling should be talked about. Any last words, Barnaby?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Do appreciate it. Keep in mind that, while we don't always agree on things, we'll always agree to sit down and talk about wrestling anytime. And remember, if you disagree with Nick,
you're probably wrong. Bye. Catch you on the sunset flip side. I did it the first time this time. Bye.